Hello there, my friends. So I'm Pittsburgh Pat. So here's the deal. I was fortunate enough to be able to teach D&D to some 9 through 11-year-olds at a summer camp at a university near here. So I'm doing a video of taking back the materials that I borrowed from the library. I had to keep the cost really low. It's a limited budget, what they gave me, and I spent on dice and figurines for the kids to have so that when the camp was over, they could keep them. And I've done a couple videos about that, so you can find those on my channel as well. And so anyway, today we're going to talk about an essential, I think, the monster manual. Now you can run D&D without this because you can just type in a monster and ask for the crit box, or the crit rating, the challenge rating and the stat box, and it'll come up online. But what's really useful for this, especially with kids, is they're very visual, right? So you're trying to get their imagination. And while you could describe like a giant floating orb with eyes and eye stalks, this picture really drives the point home, with the pointy teeth and everything like that. Now, be aware though that some of these pictures are, well, let's say some of them are like really majestic, like the dragons especially. Some of them are a little bit scary, like a kid of a certain age might, if they're under 8 years old, they might have a nightmare about this creature. So, you might want to be careful about what you pick. But, there's some nice fantasy stuff here. There's manticores. And then, of course, you have fiends and stuff. So you don't want to tread on anybody's territory there, religion-wise. But then there's also some the succubus and some others that are kind of overtly sexual or erotic. Some of these drawings, especially in the early D&D books, were designed for, let's face it, young men, who were probably in their late adolescence or early 20s. And so that's what the artwork was geared toward. Some of that is carried over into the monster manual, not much, but some, so be aware of that. But I found this to be an indispensable tool. I didn't use this that much for the actual mathematics, because what I did with the kids was a lot of one-hit monsters and that kind of stuff, but it was good as a visual aid. So, like I said, these books are not cheap if you buy them, but you can get them out of the library. Just about any major library will have these books. So that's a great resource if you're somebody who needs to teach kids D&D. And if you get the opportunity to do so, I highly recommend it. It was fun. They had a lot of great ideas that I would definitely take into my campaigns with my more mature friends. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, because I found this to be a very enlightening experience. I would love to share my experience with you and help anybody who wants to bring this wonderful game that we all love to another generation. So smash like for me if this helped you at all, or if it was entertaining. And I'll see you on the next video. I'll be doing a bunch of these. Oh, and I have some others that I do that are kind of send-ups of this. So don't be, offended, but those actually are probably more popular. So look forward to that. Another reason to subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. I'm Pittsburgh Pat.